Euphoria is definitely one of those shows that keeps its fans guessing. Since it first aired on TV, the show has been incredibly controversial, dividing fans' opinions all over the world. Its fan base is incredibly strong, and fans can't stop talking about what happened in one of the latest episodes. Join us today as we theorize on what could possibly have happened to Derek after Cal's vision. First up, the build-up to Cal's vision began the episode before, in episode 3. The scene was set with a flashback. Cal and his high school best friend and wrestling partner Derek were extremely close. However, the two would end up growing closer yet as the two began to get more than friendly feelings towards each other. It becomes clear that Derek and Cal are very emotionally connected, and they may even be falling in love. One night, they're hanging out at the local bar, and the pair of young men end up kissing. What's this? A tender young high school romance. Two sweet young men discovering their own sexuality and each other. That's what it could have been. However, when Cal woke up the next morning, he got a phone call that changed things forever. The girl he had been seeing, Marsha, had ended up pregnant. Cal could not turn his back on his pregnant young girlfriend, and he cut off contact with Derek instead. So, refresh my memory. What happened in Cal's vision? So, after the events of episode 3, when Cal got pretty badly beaten up in his fight with Fezzo and Ashtray, wounded and drunk, he gets in his car and just drives. Cal ends up at a place from far back in his memory, the bar he used to hang out at with Derek as a high schooler. The scene was already pretty sad and sorry for itself as Cal wandered around in a drunken haze, soaking up the memories and the atmosphere. However, things managed to get even more melancholy as Cal turned on the jukebox and began to shuffle around, dancing to himself. He's joined by another man in the bar. Cal begins to hallucinate that this man is in fact Derek. Did this vision have any effect on Cal's state of mind? It certainly seemed to sober him up a bit. Cal went home and confronted his family that have been seen by many to smother him from who he really is. After urinating in the hallway, Cal Jacobs left with nothing but a goodbye and a family picture. Cal isn't one of the most popular characters on the show, as he has a tendency to treat everyone else pretty badly. But if it turns out that he wanted desperately to be in a gay relationship with his friend, but was forced into marriage by Marsha getting pregnant, then it might at least be a start into explaining why he's been such a bad guy. Fans online have been coming up with some theories, and we mean a lot of theories. People seem to desperately want to know what the deal is with Derek. They want to know his entire backstory. What happened when Cal and Marsha ended up having a baby? Where is he now? If he's okay, the list just goes on and on. One desperate tweet from a fan reads, "Okay, but please tell me we are going to find out what happened to Derek. Like, I seriously need to know." It's time to get into the theories. Marsha intentionally got pregnant to split Derek and Cal apart. This theory was made popular online by a user on TikTok called Tony the Tiger. She theorized that Marsha planned to get pregnant to drive a wedge between Cal and his best friend and lover, Derek. We don't know for sure how she did this, but she could have easily been lying to him about contraception, for example. The video that Tony the Tiger uploaded to TikTok showed Marsha looking spitefully across the school gym at Derek as he wrestled with Cal. Fans definitely think that she knew what was going on, and the look that Derek gave her told us everything we need to know about how he felt about her in return. Fans discussed this scene on Reddit, with one user saying, "I think they were both jealous of each other. Derek wanted her man, and Marsha definitely felt the gay vibes." And another replied with, "Is it a possibility that Marsha got pregnant with Cal on purpose so that she can trap him in the relationship?" Personally, we think this theory might be right on the money. It definitely seems like something Marsha could do, and if Cal has been repressing his sexual orientation for his entire life, it could explain why he has so many unhealthy relationships with people close to him. So what happened to Derek in the end? We saw that Derek and Cal finally shared a kiss in their old haunt. It explained a lot of things about their relationship, and some fans believe that this new story arc might begin to go some way into redeeming Cal. However, as it stands right now, we have no idea what happened to Derek. There hasn't been a reveal in the story so far, and no official word has been given on the subject from the show's creators. It looks like one of those storylines where we're just going to have to wait and see, even if we don't want to. Some fans think that after Cal got Marsha pregnant and the two decided to have the baby together, Derek made his exit from Cal's life after all this time. The evidence for this is right in our faces, in the form of the flashback we got from Cal as he hallucinated in the bar. When he envisioned the man he used to love coming over to dance with him, it was not an older version of Derek who was his own age. It was the young man he kissed all those years ago, hinting that perhaps this is how Cal last saw him. Perhaps Derek was able to come to terms with and accept who he really is, and moved on when Cal chose Marsha. So, what does Eric Dane say about all this? Surely he knows his character better than anyone else. Eric Dane, who plays the role of Cal Jacobs on Euphoria, spoke to Entertainment Weekly just a little while ago. He was asked whether or not he believed Cal and Derek still kept in touch with one another, and he responded with this: "No, I think they went their separate ways. I think once Cal settled in with Marsha in those circumstances, he completely blocked out everything from that part of his life. It certainly looks that way to us, and if this ends up being true, it could explain an awful lot about how Cal has ended up. Are we ever going to get an answer to this? Considering the fact that the fandom holds little love for Cal because of the way he's preyed on people in the hotel, the second season gave a lot of time into explaining lots of his backstory and how come he is the way that he is. If the show keeps expanding on the points and gives us little snippets of backstory to enjoy, we are pretty sure that we can be expecting to see more of Cal in the future. We know that Cal left his family to go it alone in the last episode. So, where's he going? Considering his plotline this season has been about him coming to terms with who he is, it is possible that we could see Cal trying to track down Derek to find where he is. Maybe he has hopes of rekindling their old high school romance, or maybe he just wants to find some closure. However, considering all the bad choices that Cal has made so far, we can't be sure that something like this would go well for him. So what's going on with the third Jacobs son? Nate Jacobs is the middle child in what is clearly 3 sons in the Jacobs family photos. The oldest brother, Aaron, is the result of a pregnancy that allegedly trapped Cal in a relationship with Marsha, and then the couple had Nate a few years later. Yet the family photo shows a younger boy in the bottom right. So, who is this boy? Fans have their theories about this as well, and we're dying to know all about him in the Cal-centered episodes. However, this still remains a mystery. Cal told Nate that having him as a son was the biggest regret in his life. Those are harsh words to tell your teenage son. But what if Cal has a good reason for regretting him? From what we know about the family so far, it doesn't seem fair at all. But what if there is something going on with Nate that we don't really know about yet? TikTok user Mecky Girl has theorized that perhaps Nate is the reason we don't see his younger brother. Maybe his brother has died or disappeared. There could be a very juicy storyline in there somewhere, where perhaps Nate caused something bad to happen to Cal's youngest son, which has meant that we have never got to meet him. It would certainly explain Cal's disdain for his middle child. But what do you guys think? Have you got any theories about what happened to Derek after Cal's vision? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you very soon.